Okay, go.
Right, we have here our Worshipful, the Right Worshipful Mayor, Councillor Paul Crossley, and his Lady Mayoress wife, Margaret. Now, Margaret, you were a former swimmer of the pools. Would you like to tell us when that was and how often you came here?
Well, my grandparents were from Bath, and so there's very close links all the way through. And then I did most of my childhood growing up in Christian Morford near Chippenham. But my mum would obviously come back to Bath very many times, and it was like the highlight of my childhood was to come here, get on the Tarzan rope, cross the River Avon.
A Tarzan rope?
Tarzan rope, launch ourselves, let go in the middle of the river.
So literally across the way from here?
Absolutely, yeah,
Yes.
just somewhere very close to here, and then we would come in here as well on sort of more special days.
And was this something that was just set up, this rope, or was it official?
Not very official, no, it was there.
Okay.
But we do
Because
that.
we do know of a lot of swimmers that did come across with the towels on their heads and didn't pay to get in, so I'm presuming you're not one of those.
I have no idea, it was a long, long time ago.
So what sort of age would you have been and how long
That would have been...
did you swim for?
That would have been late 50s up to early 60s.
Right.
That's mid 60s, that sort of time.
Right. And Paul, if I may ask you, you weren't a former swimmer of the pools, but were you a swimmer in your youth?
I've always swum I've swum all my life, yes. I lived in Cornwall in my very early youth and did a lot of coast steering, but we didn't call it coast steering then.
No. Just very, very daring stuff, boys' stuff, presumably.
Yeah.
But this rope sounds fascinating.
The rope was fantastic, yes, loved it.
So you would have come here perhaps all day? I mean, lots of people have been telling us.
We would come for the whole day. We'd come up with our picnics and then sit on the banks and then come in here and just play and go up and down on the boats.
Yes.
Fantastic, yeah.
And did you actually prefer the river to the pool? Because we've had so many reports how freezing cold the water was.
I like the river best. I was
Yes.
also brought up next to the river, so I'm very familiar with the river.
Okay.
I like the natural.
So if you don't mind cold water, do you think you might come and swim here when it's not heated? Because we're planning to heat it from April through to September. And so you could be one of our cold water swimmers in the winter.
How cold is... Oh.
Well, you can wear the suit. You know, you don't have to be...
I was tough younger. I haven't tested myself recently.
No.
But we have a son who does scuba diving in Iceland at the moment.
Ah.
So we can practice when we go and visit him, see how we get on with the cold water. What about that?
That's lovely. So may I ask you where you both met and if there is a swimming connection at all?
No swimming connection. We met in Brighton when we were both students there.
All right. Okay.
And,
And you've been living in Bath for how long now?
We came to Bath in 1985 when this, I think, was already a trout farm.
Right, yes,
So
it
I've
was.
never swum here, and
Did you come when it was a trout farm? Did you come and catch a fish?
I didn't come and
not
catch a fish, no, but we did have some fish here on a couple of occasions. And certainly, I think I would certainly try some of the cold water swimming.
You would? Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's just what we want to hear. Thank you
Yes.
very much indeed.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. That's really fantastic.